the 2K Sports pregame show.
The NBA season is in high gear, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. My companions are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Indiana Pacers against the Miami Heat. For Miami, they won their last matchup, that game against the Wizards in Washington. A terrific underdog win in that last game. They're feeling good, looking to keep it up tonight. And as we come up to the midway point of the season, Kenny, we're seeing some of the veterans who started slower now picking up the pace.
Well, I think early on, a lot of times, if you've been in the playoff for some veterans, the early going in the season is a little mundane. But then as you start seeing the light at the tunnel, they don't pace themselves anymore. And you want to make sure that you're in playoff position to make something special happen at the end of the year.
Excellent use of the word mundane, by the way. How about you, Shaq?
Well, Monday, experience told me when you need to go hard and when you need to pull back. You know, the best veterans will be there when it matters the most.
That's mundane, not
I thought you said Monday.
Like mundane Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Got it, my bad.
Two different things.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
Pacers trail by 12. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. James in at point guard. Out there with Mirotic. Then there's Dragic. And it's Whiteside in at the 5 spot. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through James. Coach wants him to go from one of the key guys to the key guy. And from the way he responded in the huddle, I think he's up to the challenge. We'll be watching how these adjustments work. Kev, there's still a lot of time left in this game.
Thanks, Doris.
That's his first personal foul.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Indiana's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Hill left side. And stolen by James. Here's Deng. An easy 2 points on the layup. Deng's got his first bucket of the night.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
Now here's Ellis. He's coming off a 16-point game against Golden State.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Hill against James.
The ball, sticking too much.
He dishes it to Winslow. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing, and it's Miami with another.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Ellis. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Pass to Hill. And the rejection by James. To the wing on the left. Good ball movement here by Miami. No one covering. Mirotic has got his second bucket tonight.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Now here is Hill. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
Here's James following the basket by George Hill. James, the pass to Whiteside. Puts up the baby hook. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got his 3rd assist on the night. Pacers trail by 19. Jones with the screen on James. Outside Hill. And Whiteside sends it back.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers. Number 1, the Heat. Second, the Pacers.
And these two squads really know how to capitalize on mistakes. When they get going in transition, look out.
Now, here is George. 11 points last game. Hill dishes to Jones. Knocked away. And stolen by James. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Hill. Aminu comes in for Jones. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Monte Ellis. And it's Calderon in for George Hill. And then for Miami, Mitch McGary's checked in for Whiteside. Stoudemire comes in for Mirotic. And Ray McCallum subbed in for Winslow. Outside, George hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now, here's Calderon. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Kicks to Aminu. On the wing, George. Just 5 on the clock. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far. Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profile. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Here is Miles. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Aminu. They set the pick. Here's Calderon. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
I like the way they're working the ball inside because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots and typically good things happen.
The drive by James. It's stolen by Aminu. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. They grab their own miss. Outside for George. Good on the three-point shot. George has got 5 now.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. Typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
James kicks to McCallum. Back to James. Passes it to Day. Here's McCallum. Cans the shot from the wing. McCallum's got his first basket.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Now here's Calderon. And it's Aminu in the corner. Outside Turner. The dish to George. There's the 3. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field. And Miami has possession. 13-point lead. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
And talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do.
I think I had that all my life. I always have to prove somebody wrong.
And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. Clark, it's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
And you know, that kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
At the line for the Pacers,
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
It's just been a long-range battle for them and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. James, he's in at point guard. Dang and McRoberts holding down the forward spots. Stoudemire out there with Dragic. Off the left rim and out.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
James outside, 6 to shoot, to the paint. And Stoudemire, the bucket on the assist by James. And the Heat lead by 17. Indiana's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And it's Ellis penetrating. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
The first one falls. George Hill's checked in for Jose Calderon. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Ellis against Dragic. In the corner, it's James. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
Pacers trail by 17. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Wizards really lit it up on the floor. He ended up with 53 points and also had an incredible amount of assists, really setting his teammates up every minute on the court. It was a performance for the ages and one that will have the whole league talking.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
Here's Dragic, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Hill, he's checked in for the Pacers. Whiteside's checked in for Miami. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. The kick out to Dragic. Good, and the assist goes to James. And that's now 6 points for Goran Dragic.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
We got to be more physical on defense.
Check out the stats.
They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy.
Over the last 10 games or so, 18 assists and just over 4 steals. And he's a real threat defensively. You look at his steals during this stretch, always lurking for the smallest mistake.
Well, he causes those mistakes, too. I mean, he'll harass you for the full 94 feet, never giving you an inch.
And Indiana making a change here. Jones is checked in, and the basket by Hill.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
And here's James outside. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Hill against James. Pulls it up. And it's Miami with the rebound. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
Yeah, they cruised to a win. in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
Scorching and torching offensively. They were able to get everything they wanted.
Screen by Jones. Ellis outside. Screen by Jones. Hill, a screen on James. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. And that's 15 points for Hill.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
James against Hill.
Sticking too much.
James, the pass to McRoberts. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got assist number 8 here in this one already. Ellis with it. He has 6. Pick up by Hill. Ellis against Dragic. Pass to Miles from downtown. That's good. Miles has got 5 points in the quarter.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
James kicks to McRoberts. Good ball movement here by Miami. James dishes to McRoberts. James against Hill. The drive by James. And that one is hammered home.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
What a night for Hill. 15 points. He's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Mirotic is checked in for Miami. Both shots good from the stripe.
They've been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
And it's starting to pay dividends. They've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it in this second.
Right side, no good.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Ellis can't get it to go. The Heat leading by 18. Winslow, the pass to James. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. The Heat have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
Shooting for Indiana, Frank.
And James drills them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Now let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games. Number 1, the Heat.
The teams they've faced over the last 10 have to be wondering how long this brutal defense is going to last. There's no let-up in these teams. They play with tenacity throughout.
Hill against James. Hill left side. This one for 3. Mirotic grabs the miss. Miami controlling the game. James outside. There's the pass to Whiteside. Mirotic has a wide open look. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Mirotic has got 7 points. Indiana's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Pick up by Hill. Ellis draws the double. Fires for 3. Indiana again missing. Miami leading by 22. James with it. Picked up by Ellis. On the wing, James. From outside the arc. Good on the shot. James has got a pair of triples in the second now for the Heat.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling.
Whoa!
Goodness. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Jones kicks to Ellis. Will it go? And James pulls it down. James has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. George is checked in for Indiana. McCallum, he's checked in for the Heat. Here's James, and that one is hammered home.
And they seem to have gotten something out of almost every possession. Their defense has been just as good, just a tremendous performance all the way around.
Yeah, and they're doing it in hostile territory, too. I mean, don't forget about that part of it, which makes it even more impressive.
Jones with the screen on James. In the corner, Miles with it. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
Here's Miles. Miles with another miss.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way. And
oh, look out, and then you throw up stuff like that. And you go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, my goodness.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Outside Hill. Shot to end this cold run. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Hill's got 11 here in this quarter alone. And here is James. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Whiteside, a screen on Hill. James kicks to Whiteside. Excellent D there from George.
Well, at least he had the presence of mind to change his shot when the defense got on him. You've got to improvise sometimes.
And Miles kicks to Hill. Miles dishes to Jones. Pick up by Hill. Hill, easy layup after coming off the pick. Hill's got 21.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
From deep, James, that's good.
To be honest, I'm speechless, and that doesn't happen very often. This may be the best shooting performance I've ever seen.
Indiana's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Outside, George. Here's Hill. Second chance shot. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Pacers have yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well. Just about 75% from the line.
Indiana making some changes. Aminu comes in for Jones. And it's Calderon in for George Hill. Then for the Heat, Mitch McGary's checked in for Whiteside. Stoudemire comes in for Mirotic. And it's Dang in for Winslow. The Pacers making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Indiana's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. And it's Miami with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Yeah, he got straight over the back and on top of him there, too, so nothing subtle about that one.
The Pacers have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. And both free throws good for Paul George. Miami's gotten hot from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. That drops. 46 points for Freak.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
George double-teamed. Calderon has the open look. That ball, nice speed that time from George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night. And McCallum kicks to James. Drills the three-pointer. James has got 49 points in the game.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Calderon passes to George. From deep, Miles. And James pulls it down. James has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And again, Miami with the triple.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares. The work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates, and when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Turner with a screen on Stoudemire. For three, Calderon. McCallum with the rebound.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last three ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. From deep, James. Pacers with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, they just really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game. You could just see they were pressing, just couldn't get anything to go on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and guys, once they got spiraling downward, there seemed to be no way to get out of it.